Hi, so welcome to this market edition at the end of the day. Let's do a quick analysis. As 13th October के closing के बाद 14th tomorrow is the last trading day for this week. 15th is a holiday. So going forward, आज तो टाटा मोटर्स, टाटा पावर, टाटा केम ये तीन ही हम लोग ट्वीट किए थे मच अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग अराउंड अबाउट एट बिफोर 9:30ish. और भेल भी हमने कल डिस्कस किया था where we talked about how this is going to fly, and this is exactly what it did. It went towards 80. हमारा टारगेट कुछ 78 था जो हम जहाँ पे हम बुक किए. एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड ऑफ कोर्स these structures, इंडिया मार्ट भी आज एक बहुत अच्छी दी ट्रेंड भी हमने ट्रेड किया था विच ऑल्सो मेड अ न्यू ऑल टाइम हाई जो बाद में आएगी. अदर देन दैट so Tata Consumer also moved. M&M we traded this from 806 onwards. यहाँ पे हमने ट्रेड लिया था, फिर हम 850 पे बुक किए. फिर ये जब 860 के ऊपर मूव करने लगी we then initiated trades and we booked out at 902. कल मैंने वीडियो बनाया था जिसमें बोला था कि 906 के ऊपर we would be making our long positions. From there it went towards 950 plus, and this is a new 52-week high. Ashokley also yesterday we talked about how 140 is this is going to good move, and आज ये 150-ish चली गई थी, and it seems like there is more momentum left. Sorry, Jubilant Food भी 4500 अच्छी closing दी है. So there are a lot of good moves which we saw today. Also Cholafin also went towards 600 and it gave a strong closing around about 596 going forward. Of course I am optimistic, और अगर ये 600 के ऊपर एक अच्छी closing दे पाती है then going forward 650 would be a very doable target. I have huge positions in Cholafin, and यहाँ पे जो भी पोजीशंस यहाँ पे मैंने बनाई थी उसको मैं आज 592 में फर्स्ट बुक किया, एंड देन वी हैव बीन मेकिंग सम अर्लियर पोजीशंस विच वी आल्सो बुक्ड आउट ओवर हियर, एंड देन वी आल्सो मेड पोजीशंस ओवर हियर, and those positions I am still holding, and I'm pretty sure that one of these days I would be booking them out at a new all-time high. ITC also we talked about yesterday. This was a very good move today. It went towards from 238 कल की closing आई थी. कल ये डिप किया था 243 से 238 एंड देन इट क्लोज एट 241. कल वहाँ पे हमने पोजीशंस बनाए थे, एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड 250 के ऊपर अभी सस्टेन करने लगेगा व्हेन वी विल ऐड ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ क्वांटिटीज. ये मैंने पहले भी बोला था. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्लेइंग आउट द मोमेंटम, एंड सो डोंट फॉल फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर स्क्रिप्ट. डोंट फॉल एक पर्टिकुलर स्क्रिप्ट हमेशा चलेगी, ऐसी कुछ नहीं है. जब ये चलती है ये हमारी फेवरेट होती है, जिस दिन हम निकल जाएंगे वी वोंट केयर अबाउट इट. So you have to be trading in with that mentality. I have nothing for against ITC. Similarly, trend, and this is also what I have been talking since long, that ITC, if it starts the move, now is the time that you should be adding more rather than booking out. But again, please consult your financial advisor, as this is an educational video and I can only talk about the trades the way I look into it. Trend of 1200 तक चली गई थी आज, and this was a good move. We have been in trend, and all the Tata companies gave us a very good return today. Similarly, Jindal Steel is inching towards 450. I'm not interested. I'm also not interested in this. In auto, we took 2-3 trades. First is we booked some profit in Escorts, and then we again bought back when it dipped. And M&M also, as we discussed, ASHOKLEY and Maruti also, we are very much interested, and we want to see levels of 8,000 in Maruti. That may not happen just in a couple of sessions, but definitely it looks really good from here. Similarly, Power Grid भी अच्छी ट्रेड थी जो हमने कल डिस्कस किया था for 200 levels, and first we booked out our profits at 200, and then again we created our positions for 205 levels. ये 200 पे क्लोज की है. Going forward, there's a lot of scope left. It's a very typical bullish pattern. It's just a matter of कि going forward ये कल ही move करेगी कि नहीं, we don't know for sure. Similarly, there's nothing. Grasim also made an all-time high. We are not in the trade, but in general this is more of a box. 1700 के ऊपर move close होने से अच्छा था. आज we have been talking about how we have created positions in LTT, LTI, and today you can see it went towards 6,000 towards closing, and this is also when I tweeted about it. Going forward, definitely अगर ये 6,000 को breach करके ऊपर जाती है, then going forward we have much higher targets, which I think should be achievable because these companies are going to post their results soon. Irctc is also a very bullish structure, and going forward there can be a good move. So this is also one of the companies we are keeping in track. Astral, आज हमने एक अच्छी move we expected, it didn't come. It closed at day's high, and at least it was able to take out 2340 levels तक गई थी. It closed around about 2330 levels, and going forward we are हमारा short term target 2500 levels and above है. So let's see what comes out of it. Other than that, Tata Steel also, Naukri. So today the market was really good. Wipro, as we discussed yesterday, actually we have been discussing since the day it entered 650, so it has now inched to us 675. I am very much optimistic about the Wipro results. Let's see what comes out of it. Mindtree also is we are waiting for 4500 because we are already carrying positions from these levels. L&T Finance Housing, good move. We were anticipating a move like this in L&T Finance Housing and LIC Housing Finance. Hindalco also 500. कल हमने बोला था ये 500 के ऊपर closing देगी, and this is also what we saw today. Today it opened around about 500 levels, and from there it went towards 512. LTTS, we actually have positions from this dip, and we are just waiting for move towards 5,000. Bharat Forge, 813 exactly, and it was able to close above 800, and so this is one of the companies अभी हमारा interest इसमें बढ़ गया है, and this is what we have been talking since a few sessions now, that we would be interested only in a move above 800. So now let's see what comes out of it. Actually it went towards 813, and so I think going forward 850 can be a good achievable target in Bharat Forge. Actually 850 might be a very smaller targets, so I think going forward we can see a good move. Sun Pharma is also inching towards new 52-week highs. This is a good move. NTPC is also nicely consolidating. The whole thing is each and every day the market is shifting. Also Reliance, fantastic consolidation is happening today. Again it went towards all-time high, so definitely this is one of the stocks which I have huge positions which I have created earlier, and also I have short-term, medium-term as well as long-term positions. So obviously I won't touch, but definitely the short-term positions created in the last week, and the medium-term created over this period of 2400, so they are still there, and I was expecting 2600 to be a good target, and I was expecting, but it seems like the market is going to give us a good target, which I've already discussed in my previous video, so I'm going to not repeat it over here. Bajaj Finance, high highs, high lows, made an all-time high, so this is what we have been talking since long. And going forward, of course, one of these days अगर ये 81, 80, 50, 8100 ये levels को अगर breach करती है, so there can be a huge move towards 8600, so that would be a good move. So as I've been saying, also Deepak Nitrite, a very nice consolidation is happening. Navin Fluorine is one of the companies जिसको मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ कि it's better not to look at it. I think 4200 के ऊपर 4200 के ऊपर अगर ये आया एक अच्छी मूव आई, then we will be actually monitoring it. Voltas is also making new all-time highs. 1300 के ऊपर अच्छी consolidate कर रही है. It's just a matter of risk to reward. Pidilite also is one of my favorite companies. I have positions here in Pidilite. 2500 के ऊपर closing we would be tracking. Also I have positions in Dixon. This is also making new all-time highs. So ये सब positions just I have trailing stop losses, and I really don't have to keep on monitoring on a daily basis. Okay, and this is okay. Kotak Bank 2000 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग आई है, and this is something good going forward. Of course, as I'm saying, there is a lot of potential for some upside move. Also, we have discussed Torrent Pharma trading strategy multiple times, so I have been deploying again it today, and it was able to give us a 1% move from yesterday's holdings. RBL Bank is also looking MRF. Fantastic consolidation is happening. Gale is okay, not much. These are not actually tradable structures. Bharti Airtel also, ये एक generally एक box के बीच में है, and this is nothing for us. IEX again made an all-time high today, 820. We are carrying positions which we bought today, and I think going forward this is going to maybe a dip, and maybe we would be able to add more. So definitely this market is more about adding positions. Escorts was, as I mentioned earlier in the morning, it went towards 1560 levels, और हमारा all time high 1572 पे है exactly, and so from there it was closed at day's low, but again high low, and this typical structure is also what you will see in Bajaj Finance. So I think definitely we are still carrying the trades which we created at 1440 1420 levels on these days after we booked out at all-time high, and similarly I am pretty sure that there is still more to come. Okay, Divi's Lab, fantastic consolidation, and this is very good structural for trading, and so going forward we can see a good move. LIC Housing Finance, as I mentioned earlier, and also on these days 450 is an important resistance, and today it went towards 454, so we were able to track it, and so हमारे जो भी positions हमने इस downturn consolidation phase में बनाए थे, these we always try to book out at 450, and then at the end of the day we try to understand if there's still power, और अगर नहीं हुई तो we book out, else we carry on with our position. Emphasis also is in a box. We are very much optimistic. One of these days ये 3500 के ऊपर एक closing देगी, and then we would be interested in it. Sorry, PVR, fantastic move. ये all time high बना रही है. There's a lot of movies lined up in PVR for PVR, and I think this is awesome ongoing trade. Definitely 1800 के ऊपर भी closing आएगी, and then then it will actually go much higher. UBL is also making ये 1600 के ऊपर जब closing दी थी, then we talked about how 1700 would be easily achievable, and now we are inching towards 1800 for our short-term target. PL is unfortunately, as I mentioned, because of the demerger, I won't be trading it for the next 2-3-6 months. But this looks really good, and इसके दो चीज़ हो सकते हैं. अगर ये 2700 levels को breach करती है, then it will fall, और अगर ये if it's able to maintain this, there can be a good move. TCS also, we discussed yesterday of how TCS is able to hold this 3650 levels, so this is actually a good trade. And if I'm not wrong, today is the next date for TCS dividend, so we are also going to get the dividend. So it's all in all a good trade. Okay, Excel Industries, fantastic. ये 190 के ऊपर जाने की कोशिश कर रही है. One of these days ये 190 के ऊपर closing देगी तो 200 would be very much possible. Page Industry, fantastic consolidation. Hero Motor is more in a box. 3000 के ऊपर we would be tracking. Bandhan Bank, nice consolidation. और मन्नापुरम फैंटास्टिक, हमारा 200 का टारगेट था, एंड टुडे इट वेंट टुवर्ड्स 199. ओके, so 200 seems like an achievable target, and there might be a resistance at 200, and so you should be aware of the resistance. And this structure is very similar to Dr. Reddy. So Dr. Reddy had a fall, and then when it first went towards 5000, we talked about how this is going to be a resistance, and so this is and then Dr. Reddy corrected towards 4800. So similar structure can happen in Manappuram, and this might very well be a good a place where positions get squared off. Of course, from position perspective, we would be tracking the levels of 204 in Manappuram, but I prefer Muthoot better than Manappuram. This is just a trading. This has nothing to do with fundamentals. It's just a trading wise. I prefer Muthoot. ICICI 725 ke upar. We have talked about multiple times. We will be creating more positions. Idea is more in a box. Apollo Tyre nice consolidation at 240. This looks really good. I think Apollo Tyre should be in your radar for tomorrow. Hopefully कल एक अच्छी move आ सकती है, but again it's not guaranteed. IOC also fantastic consolidation. Actually Hind Petro, we discussed about our short-term target when it was at 280 levels, and today it made the 330 levels which we talked about. So we already achieved our targets in Hind Petro and IOC. These are the two companies I trade. Theoretically, I really am not that much in ONGC. Would be my third option. Aarti Industries, fantastic consolidation is happening. One of these days this is going to blast. Marico also made a all-time high today, and this is what we have been talking since this particular day. And the reason was we saw that this particular candle was a strong candle compared to all the other FMCG counters, and so from there we deduced Marico as a good candidate. And from there, so from the levels of 570, you can see today you are you went towards 585ish or somewhere over there. 590, right? Yeah, 592. Okay. IndusInd Bank, very nice consolidation. This is very near to its all-time high levels. So this is actually a good trading setup. We are just waiting for the results. Alchem also fantastic consolidation. This is a very typical bullish structure. अगर ये 4000 के ऊपर एक अच्छी move देगी, very soon we can see a breakout. Similarly, Hdfc Amc is nothing to trade. Nothing. Torrent Power also it went towards all-time high, but is able to, you can see it didn't correct towards the levels of 505, 500, but rather it's holding the levels of 520, 515. So there's a shift in the band. So ye ek pehle band tha, and now the band is between the levels of 545 and 520. M&M Finance also today it went towards the levels of 190, and going forward we expect it to move towards 200. Bajaj Finserv also similar move, high highs, high lows, fantastic. Bajaj Auto was 4000 के ऊपर गई थी, and then it closed at 3966 levels. Yesterday we discussed about how 4000 is huge resistance, and it won't be able to take it out in the first go. So there is nothing wrong in this particular structure. It's just a matter of when a particular support level is broken, and the script stays below that level for the long time, just like Bajaj Auto mein 4000, Manappuram mein 200, Dr. Reddy mein 5000. So obviously in the first go you can't expect it to break, and this is also not good for this script. And this is also true for Maruti also. Maruti jab 7000 ke upar break karne ki koshish ki thi, if you open a Maruti chart you will see it won't be able to do it for the first time. This is a very typical trading structure, and this is absolutely fine. It doesn't mean that the script is weak. It just actually means that it's just following the norm. So going forward abhi hum track karenge ki let it dip, let it come towards the levels of 3900, where eventually it will get some support, and then eventually it will again come back towards 4000. And this is how you trade, and you take swing trades. So that's free knowledge for you. Okay, Amraja battery 800 ke upar we would be tracking. Lupin 1000 ke upar. HDFC Life nothing. We have been talking about how this is going to come to 700. This is exactly what it did. Axis Bank 800 seems like a good support, good resistance, and so one of all the banks are looking good. DLF is looking fantastic. We have been talking about the structure of DLF since last few sessions now. Very nice consolidation is happening. This is one of these days this is going to blast. I don't trade DLF. State Bank of India made an all-time high. The fantastic thing was it was able to not even enter this particular candle, and this actually showcases the strength of this particular counter. I'm still carrying positions which I created at 463. I booked out at 486 of the opening, which I normally do, and then theoretically I again bought back everything at 479, 480 levels. So APL Limited, okay, nice move over 850, but still in a box. Canara Bank went towards 186, I think 190 exactly. We discussed about the short-term targets of 190 of Canara Bank, and I think it will be very much achievable. Magraville nice consolidation is happening. Hind Petro, as we mentioned today, 230 levels tak gayi thi, sorry 330 levels tak, and this was a very good target which we discussed since this particular day. I still remember, because this was the first time it gave a strong closing, and then it went in a nice consolidation, and from there you can see just in a matter of few sessions we were able to get a good return. ICICI GI is nothing. Colpal 1700 mein dance kar rahi hai, there's nothing much. BEL is also in a box between 210, so nothing much. Bosch is fantastic consolidation, very good structure. If you are one of the in the Bosch, then theoretically it is bound to give you a good move towards to 20,000 in the very short term. Havels, nothing much. MFSL, yeah, I have created positions earlier in the script and I'm still holding it. It went towards 1045 levels, but I didn't book, and I'm more than happy to carry on these positions, and we will be adding more as the levels of 1070, 1080 is taken out, and one of these days this is going to move. Of course, from the looks of it now, it looks bearish, and it can correct towards the levels of 900 and below, but I already will create then my hedged strategies of in MFSL, and theoretically, so this is not a problem for me. Okay, Indigo, okay, nice. This is not looking good. I mean, this is a very big block. Canfinome, fantastic consolidation is happening. Sun Unilever also ये कल 2700 2800 ये एक generally एक बड़े box के अंदर है. M6 fantastic consolidation happening at all time highs, definitely one of the scripts I should be interested in. Coal India also fantastic consolidation is happening. It's just a PSU, and I don't have any belief in Coal India on the fundamentals of the company, so I don't trade in it, but theoretically this is a very good structure. NAM India also, it made a all-time high, and again it's in a box, but theoretically it's able to hold between 440 and 480. Biocon, we already created and booked out our positions, so the only next trade we would initiate is when it moves past 386. If you remember, this is also similar to ITC. We don't buy when the script goes down, we only buy when they come up, and this is how we play the momentum. SBI Life also, since last very few sessions we have been discussing about how we are not going to create any positions in the short term in any of these insurance sector companies, be it HDFC Life, SBI Life, ICICI Prudential or ICICI Lombard, और वो हम उसी strategy पे stick कर रहे हैं. It's just that I think there is a lot of FII selling block deals which are happening, which are actually creating. Also, you saw it in Hdfc Amc. So basically, we are going to stay away from it. The market is at all-time high. Each and every day, we are getting very good trading opportunities. It's just a matter of either you have your own scanners or you follow some Telegram groups or whatever. So just try to find which all stocks are moving and try to stay with them. So today in the very morning, I knew that all the and actually the move of Tata Motors, say for example, or Tata Power or IEX, which we saw, and also Torrent Power, they were not actually very hard to find out, because if you just open and study how the positions and how the smart money was entering these stocks. So I tweeted about it on 2-3 days ago on 1st of October, on 10th of October maybe. So you can find it in my Twitter handle, and so this is the reason why you see such good moves coming in these companies. So news flow तो बाद में आती है, पहले ही ये सब information market के पास होती है. So it's just a matter of finding the right scripts and staying with the right type of trades. Of course, going forward, I think there's a lot of again trading scopes, and 18,200 is just a mere number. It can dip. Tomorrow is an expiry, so maybe there will be some small moves here and there. But in general, as I keep on saying that all the nifty heavyweights, they have a lot of room. Just like if you open say Reliance, if you open Bajaj Finance, if you open State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, ये तो चली नहीं है. If you look into the ICICI Bank, Axis and Kotak, so they are still so far away from their all-time highs. And so if these HDFC Bank, HDFC, so there are all these heavyweights, and because most of the आज अगर आप देखते हो, the market is being driven by Tata Group right now. So अगर आप Nifty 50 constituents देखते हो, which gave a good move today, you will see M&M over here and Tata Motors over here, right, and ITZ. Right, so all the rest, they are not even showcased over here, all the other top constituents. So there's a lot of room, so let's not speculate. Try to ascertain your risk, of course, and this video is again for educational purpose, and for me, I am definitely long, and this I have been telling since last few days when we were at 17,500. So I bought there, and then at 17,700. So the market is going to give you some scopes, some opportunities, and definitely they are also going to give you a reason of why a particular correction has come. But have faith, and the way the money is entering the market, I think this is still there's a lot of potential left for the up move. Maybe the Nifty won't go much further. Maybe it will just stay at 18,200, 18,300, 400 levels. But the distribution of the money will happen, and so just be smart enough to be with those companies which are showing good moves. Just like say INDIAMART, right? Yesterday we discussed how this is going to give us a very good trade in the short term, and this is exactly what it did. What is your structure here, where you can see that it was after a good move, it was just consolidating. You will see this same structure happening recursively. So it's just a matter of recognizing a pattern which has worked in the past, and then trying to put it in the one and try to find out कि ऐसे patterns अभी कहाँ बन रही हैं. And just like you see Mindtree over here, right? So these are very typical, very small body candles, very near to their resistances, or we can say very near to their immediate resistance levels. So these are definitely going to give you a very good trading opportunity. Just like MCX, also good move, and now you can see this is just last 2-3 sessions में ऐसी कुछ हुई नहीं है, and it's able to hold the levels of 2000. So these are very good candidates for a good move, right? Of course, you should also have your own trading strategies and your trading system, which gives you a buy or sell signals, and so you should have faith in it. And so that's it, folks. Thanks a lot for listening. As usual, I will keep on tweeting as and when I get time, but you came to know very well about the positions which I have, and also I also told about the targets in the short term which I am looking into. I don't know by short term whether it's a 1 day or 1 hour thing, or it can be a 1 week thing from now. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye bye. Enjoy your evening.